Hello, everybody. And this episode is for those people who would love to create a Udemy course because Udemy is one of those fantastic opportunities nowadays for you. If you want to develop an income online, if you want to be known for a very specific subject, such as coaching, painting, wine tasting, whatever that is, you don't have to be famous and get on the webmasterclass.com. You can create your very own course right from your very own home with, if you're good, you could just use your phone. You could just use your mobile device and record the things that you're doing. And a big part of Udemy, and I'm just going to share this real brief, like step-by-step process to quickly build a Udemy course by yourself. And this is how I ended up creating my first Udemy course. And I'm just real quick, it's going to go over the basics. First, when you go on Udemy, you're going to notice all the setup and they're going to organize everything for you. But the biggest chunk of it is actually creating the curriculum. And here's why I would go about it is, step one, go through every section and upload the ideas, the general themes of the parts of the course you want. And then second, within each of those sections, add the descriptions. So you go through the general ideas and then you go through, add the descriptions, and then create worksheets for them and then make the videos last. Because once you have all of those ideas and how they flow together, the video is just going to be so smooth and it's just going to go just like that, like so smoothly when you're making those videos, because all the ideas have already flowed through your head and you know what you're going to talk about and you know why things are going to flow into each other and everything. So that's basically the 1, 2, 3, 4 step plan. And of course, you got to upload and do all the other technical stuff. But that's the system to literally create your first Udemy course without getting overwhelmed. Now you got a system. Now you got a plan of attack. So be sure to check that out. And one part of making a Udemy course, just one element of it is coming up with worksheets. Now, you don't have to come up with worksheets, but it's highly recommended because that helps people retain information. It helps them stay engaged. It helps them become excited and have something to take away, something to put into action. That, when people are working on worksheets, it's different because it's actually getting them to think as opposed to just listening. And, the thought process is different when they have good questions. So with this, I'm going to share a list that I made. This was 10 ideas for sales training worksheets that I did for myself. And within these ideas of worksheets, I'm going to share with you. And also, by the way, there's a link in the description below to my online course for self-publishing, creating self-publishing, becoming an authority in your field. And it's about self-publishing, book, obviously. And with that, you can find examples of worksheets in there. And, ultimately, the worksheet is about not just having a worksheet, but having something that engages your audience or your students that tie well to the material. So we're going to go ahead and get started. This is 10 ideas for sales training worksheets. Whether you're creating a sales training class or anything else, this is going to be useful for you because it's the idea behind it of how each of these elements fit. So as you're listening to these ideas of sales training worksheets, start to brainstorm your own, see how these fit into the overall structure of your course. So starting with number one, we're talking about crafting emails. I can do an entire worksheet on crafting emails because when you need sales training, it's not just cold calling, in person, shaking hands, etiquette. It's not just that, but there's an entire system that you can use to craft emails, and good emails can be involved with good follow-up. Good follow-up means more sales and more deals, more professional looking emails. So that's very good for worksheets because, or might not even be a worksheet specifically as much as it is like a template for people. And number two, you got a 90-day plan. So a 90-day plan is a way for people to, if it's like performing at work, or if it's performing in sports, or it's performing in life, or it's being an artist, becoming an entrepreneur, you come up with a 90-day plan. 90-day plan is huge, an entire quarter planned out, and you can get that done in like 2 hours. It's going to take a lot of time. It might feel tedious planning out, and you might think like, oh, well, I can't possibly imagine what every single day is going to be like. But the power of creating a 90-day plan is so beneficial. And it helps you you think of the big scheme of things of your entire life, going 80 plus years, coming up with a 90-day plan is just a piece of that. It only takes a moment to create your future. So number 3, we've got overcome the fear of cold calling worksheet. So this could be based on, so if anybody has a course, whether you're doing cold calling or whether you're doing teaching somebody tennis, or whether you're teaching somebody to write, or whether you're teaching somebody to feel more confident in certain situations, you can do a worksheet that's overcome the fear of XYZ, become more confident in XYZ, have no fear. You could do have no fear rock climbing if that's what you want to do. If you could create a course on that, it might be pretty difficult with Udemy, but have no fear computer programming, or have no fear chess champion playing, things like that. Number 4, draw your process and pipeline. So with anything, you want something that's either visual or something that students can, literally like get a grasp of by drawing them out. And a sales process is one of those things. So if you are an artist, you can do specifically drawing the art, or if you are teaching a writing class or story class, then you can go ahead and, make this like a hands-on experience of drawing out like the storyline of the plot. And this is, again, those are just examples. And what you should take away definitely is not so much the specifics as much as it is like how you can start to brainstorm different ideas for creating these worksheets. So let's see, number 4, that was number 4. We got number 5, features, benefits. Easy thing for sales, right? Easy things for sales. What are the features? What are the benefits? List the features, list the benefits. Yellow light makes you sleep better. Good smelling candles make your house smell amazing every time guests come over, and they're going to love coming over, and things like that. So features and benefits. So this would be a worksheet for sales. Now, what about if this is just a list. If you want someone to be an athlete or something, list 5 different exercises and what the best ways to do them are or something. Number 6, we got positive and negative and I made this last month, so on the 25th of last month, so basically a month ago, and I can't remember exactly what I meant by that. Positive/negative active customer thoughts. Okay, so if I had to try to read my mind from back then, about a month ago, what I would be thinking probably is positive and negative active customer thoughts. So anytime you're in a sales situation, you want to understand you're not going to read the customer's mind, but you got to understand that in general, either a person is going to have a negative or positive thought about you, emotion about you. So to understand those and how they tie into a sale is what I would be having the person do the worksheet for. So you can do that. Like if you're a chef, what are some positive things about this dish and what are some negative things? What are some good things that can improve and what are some bad things that you should take away? Number 7, handling objections diagram. So it's really difficult to tackle sales, right? So this is why I think this is a helpful video for anybody, because if you're tackling sales, if you can handle sales and be able to share like a soft skill and put it on paper, you can definitely put anything else on paper. Like if you're doing woodwork, how would you teach woodwork? You have somebody draw it out, draw to scale, literally put their hands on a piece of wood. But if you're in sales, you got to expect that there's going to be some exercise that have to be done, and then somebody's going to go out and actually practice those skills. So handling objections diagram, there's a diagram of how you can handle objections. Number 8, LinkedIn profile components. Okay, so this would be an extra bonus, right? Because not everything has to be directly, specifically about the thing that you're teaching. Like if you're doing how to create a light bulb, you don't have to necessarily make everything about the light bulb. One piece could be about electricity. Another piece could be about reinventing the light bulb, whatever you want to do. Symbolism of the light bulb, if that's a route you want to go. And number 8, or sorry, the number 9, we've got make a digital dream board. Okay, so this one necessarily, or this could be for anybody, all right? Anybody who has a dream, anybody who has a wish, or anybody who is hopeful and wants to become a major success and dreams of something and wants to create a better life for themselves and their family and everything. This doesn't just help salespeople; it helps everybody. So making a digital dream board, except you would create a guided system for somebody to do this as a worksheet. Number 10, set your learning intention. And the digital dream board could be at any section. Like you should probably have it right at the beginning so that people set those expectations of what they want. Now, number 10, set your learning intention. Here we go. So this is a worksheet where someone can literally write down, and this could go for anybody, not just sales training. This is one that I've used and applied. And if you want sales training or any other type of training, you're going to set your learning intention. Write it down. Write down what you intend to learn, what you want to get out of, what your expectations are, what you feel this course is about versus what you aim to expect. And then at the end, you could just check in with them and see how things are going. So those are the 10 ideas for sales training worksheets. And I think at least a portion of those can go for any type of training that you're creating for Udemy, which is great. It's for anybody watching this. So with that said, Udemy is an amazing platform. Now, there's other platforms like Teachable, MyKajabi, Lightspeed, if you're in that arena, or Coursera, edX, if you happen to have like a better reputation and everything, and LinkedIn Learning, you got Lynda, all those different places, platforms that you can create a course for. You can even create a free course on YouTube. It's up to you. Now, Udemy does have some great resources. So in the link in the description below, you're going to be able to see access my self-publish a book and become an authority in your field course on Udemy in the link in the description below. So be sure to check that out. So you've got a great sample, and not only that, but maybe you'll even write your own book and you'll become an authority in whatever you want to do. Maybe you're talking about e-commerce, marketing, writing copy, whatever your dream is, whatever you're an expert in and you want to teach people, this is your opportunity. So check that out. Udemy has a ton of great support. Now, I would definitely do research and check all of them and see what's best for you. Udemy is definitely great for beginners and intermediate. Now, if you want some more highly advanced programs, maybe you've got a team of people working for you and you've got a marketing brand or a brand that's well marketed and everything, and you can afford a big budget course program, and you've got a bunch of courses, then you might want to consider some other ones. But in general, Udemy is a fantastic platform, great to get started. And, I imagine at some point, even if you want to transition, you could figure that out too at some point. So with that, Udemy, check out the link in the description below. And that is this episode of Strategic Possibilities, 10 ideas for sales training and, ultimately making a Udemy course and planning your worksheets and everything. And I hope that plan at the beginning was helpful to you. If you didn't catch that, rewind it so that you get that system that allows you to effectively create your first Udemy course. And that is the end of this episode. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment in the description below. Say hello, share any comments or feedback you have, negative, positive, whatever it is. Would love to hear it. And have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching.